Hey y'all, it is day 12 since I started the pre sprouting process of the garlic in the garage. I think it's time for me to go ahead and get these things out of this little container and get them planted. I've selected a green stalk to put them in. It is the green stalk right at my driveway. And I don't have anything else slated to go in there right away, so I figured I might as well use that one since it does have drip irrigation going to it and it's something that I'll see every single day. I have another green stalk that is kind of tucked off in the back, but I kind of ignored that area, so I didn't want to plant the garlic there. These I want to keep an eye on since it's kind of an experiment. Loosening up the soil. This root ball is massive, guys. I don't even know if you can see how many roots there are coming through here. Garlic sets down really, really strong roots, and I knew this was going to happen, but I didn't really expect quite this much in 12 days. Just goes to show you that once you plant your garlic, you better be ready for it to take off because it's not waiting on anything. I'm continuing to work through this soil as gently as I can. I am breaking off a little bit of roots, but it's not a lot of root damage, not as much as you would expect it to be with doing this process. I was a little bit nervous about putting in an entire head of garlic to pre-sprout it this way. But I mean, so far so good. It's working out very nicely. Some of the cloves are easily separating on their own, and then others I'm having to pull a little bit harder to get them separated. Then I'm just detangling the roots. One thing I do notice as I'm separating all of this garlic is typically you don't want to remove all of the outer layer of the garlic so that the garlic has the protection from that papery layer and does not rot so easily. Doing this process and having it to pre-sprout just it's loosening it up a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. Now, garlic is not something that I am really, really good at growing. It's a very difficult crop for me here in my garden, but I do always still plant some every single year. And I know that the ones that usually have the paper fall off, they really don't make it into my environment. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. There's also quite a few really, really tiny cloves. I'll show you guys those in a bit. And I don't know what those are going to do, but I'm going to plant them anyway. This is one clove that did nothing. There's no sign of any sprouting, so I'm just tossing that one out. At this point, everything has separated from the growth plate, and I'm just taking it off here, and I'll continue to separate these cloves. It's a little bit hard to see here, but this is two or three cloves. I can't remember exactly how many there were there. They all are sprouting. If you've ever planted your garlic and had multiple sprouts come up, this is the cause. You've got teeny tiny little cloves bunched up with a larger one, and at first glance it looks like it's only one. You should pull those up as soon as you see them sprouting and separate them so that those cloves all have a chance of developing into a nice head of garlic. Okay, so there were actually four in that little cluster, and there is one that has pushed roots and is starting to sprout. I can see it just barely coming up out of the clove. So it hasn't pushed all the way through yet, but I'm going to keep that one and go ahead and plant it. Now let's speed this up. I'll just go ahead and finish separating these guys and I will show you how I'm planting them. So you can see here just how many roots I broke off. Not bad considering that it was just one giant cluster. Let's see how many garlic I have to plant. 15, including the ones that didn't quite sprout yet, but they did push roots. Now the fun part, let's get over to the green stalk and get these guys planted. I have already added some amendments to the soil and I'm just gonna rough it up a little bit, push some holes and drop these guys in. I'm going to try not to bury them too deeply since they've already sprouted. Not sure how that would affect them, but here's the beginning of this process. I completely forgot that you guys were not going to see me in this frame, so now I've got to adjust the camera. Give me a second. So that's pretty much it for a while, guys. I'm going to check on this thing at least once a week and try to give you guys an update, let you know if they're growing, if they're dying off, what's happening with them. It's rather warm here, so I expect some of this garlic to die off, if not all of it, because that's just what I'm used to having happen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will see you soon.